Introduced in Monster Hunter 4 alongside with the Charge Blade, the Insect Glaive is unique in the fact that it relies on a hunter-animal relationship to perform its best. Every Insect Glaive comes with a Kinsect, a beetle-like bug that perches itself on the hunter's arm and can be sent out to deal damage and bring back monster essence that can give the weapon an added strength for a limited amount of time. With the speed of a longsword, the Insect Glaive is a nimble and quick weapon that can cut tails and bring monsters down in style. Make sure your Kinsect is fed well. We need to vault over the generations starting with Monster Hunter 4 up to the Sunbreak expansion in order to detail how this bug stick became the true ruler of the skies. Unsheathing a weapon will do a heavy forward slam with the glaive. This can also be performed by moving and pressing A. Pressing A after the slam will follow up the attack with another powerful heavy slam. Pressing A while idle will do a sweep that starts at the hunter's left side. This could be used as a replacement attack in order to get into the second slam attack. Pressing X once will do a fancy throw with the glaive. Pressing it again will do a downward strike, and with the third, doing a double slash. Attacking without essence isn't something that is recommended, but this will be its main combo. On top of that, pressing A after any X input would do a forward slam. Moving and pressing X will do a quick thrust with the glaive. This could be a fast alternative to get into the regular X combos. Pressing A and holding back on the analog stick after the stab will do a backflip. This move does not have any iframes, but is a good looking move that can evade an attack while doing damage. While the Insect Glaive can interchange most inputs to form a combo, the main combo is pressing X, X, and then A, and repeat that for an infinite. This combo can be ended at any point by rolling or hitting A twice to do the slam attack. While moving, pressing R plus B will do a pole vault in that direction. This move takes up stamina, but will raise the hunter into the air. Pressing X will do a mounting strike. The mounting strike can be done after hopping off a ledge as well. If needed, the hunter can press back on the analog with R and B after an attack to do a backwards vault. This way the pole vault can be chained. With the weapon out, pressing R plus X will send the Kinsect out. If the Kinsect connects with a large or small monster, it will extract an essence. Pressing R plus X while the Kinsect is flying about will change the Kinsect's course depending on where the hunter is facing. This will also do a little bit of damage. It'll either be cutting or impact depending on the Kinsect. Pressing R plus A will recall the Kinsect. If it has an essence, it'll be then given to the hunter upon returning. Sheathing the weapon will also auto-recall the Kinsect. When sheathed, pressing R plus X plus A will send the Kinsect out. Holding R plus X will charge an attack. Once the end of the glaive is glowing brightly, sending the Kinsect out will do a powerful dive forward. A charge attack can also be done by changing the Kinsect's direction thrice, but this would most likely exhaust the Kinsect. Pressing and holding R while idle will bring up a crosshair. Letting go will launch pheromones that will help the Kinsect hone in on a part of a monster that got marked. Pressing R after an attack will also do a smack with the blunt edge of the glaive. This will do a little bit of impact damage while also marking whatever was hit. Pressing R after a vault will also fire pheromones forward. These moves are generally used for getting hard to reach essence locations. When the Kinsect brings back red essence, the hunter will get a small attack buff, and this will also unlock some new powerful moves and combos. This will last for 60 seconds on its own. You know when the extract is about to run out when it starts blinking. That means there is about 10 seconds left. The time for any essence can be extended by recollecting that same essence. Red essence is most commonly found on the heads of monsters or body parts that are used commonly in attacks. Getting white essence will increase the hunter's pole vaulting height and movement speed. This will last about 90 seconds. White essence has a very important role when it comes to having multiple essences that we'll get to in just a little bit. White essence is usually found on a monster's wings or sometimes in the forward or back legs or feet. Typically the hardest essence to get in most monsters, orange essence slightly increases defense and gives the hunter slight knockback prevention for about 45 seconds. Orange essence is usually found on tails or a monster's underbelly and back. The Insect Glaive really gets a power spike from combining essences. Combining red and white will provide a 20% boost in overall damage. Both essences will last for the same duration as if they are collected separately. The best way to stay in tip-top shape in hunts is by collecting 2 essences before actually attacking. In the words of a famous grumpy man, red and white before the fight. Orange and white gives about a 6% boost in defense. On top of that, the hunter is given low-grade earplugs. Collecting all 3 essences will increase attack by 25% and defense by 8. Gives the hunter earplugs while also stacking individual essence buffs for about 60 seconds. As an added note, having 2 essences, this is referred to as doubling up, Gives the hunter a chance to rebuff in order to continue the effects as long as they keep collecting both colors. When tripling up, at least in 4 and 4 Ultimate, the effects will expire no matter what the case after 60 seconds. Power Prolonger does increase this time slightly. So the best way to extend the triple up time is by collecting red and white, and once the essences starts blinking, collect orange. Keep in mind that you could have the Kinsect hovering over the hunter in order to recall them back when needed. With red essence active, faster and more powerful combos are unlocked. The X combos are now turned into a graceful array of slashes. Every attack gains an extra hit with red essence. The A combo's heavy slam is also given an extra powerful hit. It may be awkward trying to get red essence for new players, but getting used to at least getting red before fighting will greatly increase the damage dealt with each combo. In Monster Hunter 4 and 4 Ultimate, upgrading the glaive requires the Kinsect to have been upgraded a couple of stages before the glaive can also become stronger. This is done through giving the Kinsect nectars. These nectars can be collected while exploring the maps. They can also be traded for using points. There are 3 nectars that upgrade the Kinsect's stats specifically. Power increases the Kinsect damage, Stamina gives the Kinsect more time to fly about, Speed, the most useful one to upgrade, increases the Kinsect's flight speed. There are also 5 elemental nectars: Fire, Water, Thunder, Ice, and Dragon. It usually isn't worth it to upgrade the Kinsect's elemental properties, but it could be a little handy bonus amount of damage if the monster is weak to that element. Some nectars can also increase other stats as well as decrease them while being used, so be wary of that. There are also plus or double plus versions of nectars that will increase the stats by a couple points more with the same drawbacks. All Kinsects have a maximum of 180 growth points, with 150 points in a general stat and 90 in elemental. Upgrading the Kinsect requires a minimum amount of stats in order to upgrade, and depending on which stats gets upgraded the most, the family tree will change. Fully upgrading the Kinsects will grant special benefits depending on the evolution path taken. There are 4 evolution paths in total, and once a Kinsect has reached level 3 in a path, it's now stuck in that path. The balanced path is the all status up Kinsect. This has the unique ability to hold 2 extracts at once, making it a really good way to quickly grab red and white to get into the fight. This also has the ability to have green extract heal status conditions, plus giving more heals per green essence. The charge down Kinsect is a speed/stamina type. As its name entails, it can reduce the charge time required from 4 seconds to 1. Green extract also slightly heals more, great for hunters that like to spam the charge attack. Focused on power and speed, the Pierce Up Kinsect has Mind's Eye. This gives the Kinsect the ability to pierce through the hide of all monsters, besides apex ones of course. This Kinsect has speed and attack up large, and green essence will restore a little bit more HP. One of the more useful lines, the Extract Extender Kinsect doubles the duration of all essences. This makes the power up of having all 3 extracts last for about 2 minutes. Focused on power and stamina, this Kinsect gives attack up large and stamina large, and increases healing from green essence. Having Mounting Master or God increases the frequency of mounting a monster, plus giving a 25 or 40% boost in mount gauge. This is best for multiplayer but can make single player hunts a bit easier by keeping a monster on the ground. Also note that armor skills do not impact the Kinsect's damage. Monster Hunter MhGenU thankfully updated how the glaive and Kinsects get upgraded. Kinsect evolution is now based off level, and not stats anymore. Plus the weapon and Kinsect can be upgraded separately. In MhGenU, Kinsects can be moved between glaives, making it so if you mess up a growth tree or you need a certain Kinsect special ability, the Kinsect can be swapped out. Although Kinsects can only be swapped out with the same type, so there is no replacing an impact Kinsect with a cutting one. Stamina is now tied to a Kinsect's level. This can be seen as a meter under the extract icons. And a new nectar was added, Weight. A higher weight stat will increase the frequency in which a Kinsect can stagger a monster. Focusing only on power, the Monarch Allocanid or Carnage Beetle gets a big buff and a reduction in charge time for exchange for lower weight and speed. Collecting red will give attack up large, and red will last for 72 seconds, plus it will cover about 5 units of sharpness. By adding more weight and speed, the Emperor Swing and Bond Fill get power up large, but like before, weight and speed are lowered. Red Essence will give attack up small, but red will last for about 84 seconds. Jumping attacks are also increased in strength. The highest level form in this tree, the Exalted Allocanid and Gleam Beetle is a focused power and speed class Kinsect with some weight. The Kinsect gets attack up small, weight down, movement down, but gets a high speed recall. Getting red will provide the hunter with attack up large, white gives stamina recovery, and doubling up adds an extra 20 seconds of duration. The Kincaudaman and Lady Pavaz are Kinsects based on all weight. Being one of the slowest but heaviest Kinsects, they are able to stagger and stun monsters easily. Collecting green will recover a bit more health, with orange giving defense up large, high-grade earplugs, and hero shield. Balancing the weight out towards more speed and power, the Fiddlebricks and Archmaiden have weight up, speed down, extra stamina scales for exhausting monsters, and fast charge. Green acts as a decent heal and as a status recovery. Orange gives defense up small, while also lasting longer. At level 9, the Bilbobricks and Lady Tower is a weight and power based Kinsect. This has weight up large, speed down, stamina up, and hunter arts up. Upon collecting orange essence, the hunter will get defense up large. Red gives the mount effect up, with red plus orange having a double up effect. The Grand Carther and Bull Shroud are entirely focused on speed. They get speed up large, power down, and movement up. Collecting white gives affinity up large, mind's eye, and double up plus. By putting more points into power and stamina, the Pseudocamp and Whisper Vesp tree unlock. Speed up large, power down, movement up, and elemental boosts are given to the Kinsect. Collecting white gives affinity up small, but it lasts longer. White also gives elemental and status up. Reaching level 9 opens up the Foliocamp and Fleet Flamer tree. Putting more points in weight and a little bit of power, the Kinsect gets speed up small, power down, movement up, and pierce up skills. Collecting white entes will give affinity up large, orange gives tremor resistance, and collecting both will have double up, double plus. The Ascarid and Argonese Kinsects are the only balanced Kinsects. At level 6, the line is unlocked, and getting to level 9 will unlock wide range effect up. Balanced Kinsects benefit from having all stats up small, triple up would be extended, plus with extra X spread and wide range up, all the hunters within the same room will feel the effects of the instances. Aerial style changes the vault to a forward launching slingshot. This can cover a lot of ground, so it is great as a distance closer as well as an evasive maneuver. Pressing X after a vault will do 2 hits, regardless if the hunter has red or not. Having red and pressing X after jumping off a target will do an aerial spin towards the ground. This can do up to 4 mounting strikes in quick succession. The only move that is lost is the forward time attack. Striker style simplifies the Insect Glaive a fair amount. Pressing A will send out the Kinsect, R plus A will then recall the Kinsect. With the A button only reserved for the Kinsect, pressing X will now only do the Glaive's combos. X now has a 5 input combo, when moving and pressing X performing the forward slam. Additive style will completely exhaust the Kinsect when sending it out, no matter the level or stats of the Kinsect. After sending it out once, the hunter will need to wait for it to come back on its own. After an adaptive evade, pressing X will do a forward slam, and the Kinsect will be quickly sent out to collect an essence. Pressing A will instead do a slam without sending the Kinsect. The X combos will now end with a backflip. Alchemy style loses the backflip, the aerial pheromone move, and a Kinsect charge attack. Pressing X after the twirl will do a double spin finisher attack. So there's no infinite combo, but the twirl increases the alchemy gauge a fair bit. Valor style, when not in Valor mode, takes away the jump attacks and the impact mark attack. There's also no X button finisher. Tapping Y and then pressing X will do a double spin. Pressing A will do a backflip, and R plus B will do a vault. When in Valor mode, the Insect Glaive gets the Valor step, plus the Kinsect will get sent out automatically after some attacks. Some attacks include the backflip, the forward slam, the aerial vault, and the pheromone mark. Doing the heavy slam will instead have the Kinsect do a charge attack forward. Pressing A after an evade or while idle will recall the Kinsect. After some windup, the hunter launches their Kinsect forward. This will fully exhaust the Kinsect's stamina, but if it connects with a monster, the Kinsect will collect all 3 essences at once. The Kinsect's attack is decently powerful, but this hunter will take some time to recharge. At level 3, the triple up will last for about 90 seconds. Calling forth a swarm of little helper bugs, a little glowing orb of damage will hover around the hunter for about 60 seconds. With each hit, the swarm will do about 5 raw and 16 stun. Collecting red essence will change the raw damage to 6 per hit, white will increase the attacking frequency by 20%, and orange gives a 20% increase towards breaking parts and staggering monsters. With a nimble hop into the air, the hunter slams their glaive into the ground with everything they have. This attack is pretty powerful on its own, but its damage is increased dramatically by activating Bug Blow when Swarm is active. This hunter powers up the Kinsect for about 180 seconds at level 3. The Kinsect gets a 10% damage increase, and whenever the Kinsect is sent out to do damage, it'll zip around the monster, doing 20 motion per hit. The Insect Glaive got a handful of new abilities. The first thing is the auto attack the glaive will do when moving on a mounted monster. This can be handy for cutting a tail while jumping around. The second thing is being able to aim the Kinsect more accurately when holding down L2. The third thing is the ability to move mid-air. Pressing X after a vault, the hunter will move in the analog stick's direction. This also applies when jumping off a ledge. Pressing circle after a vault will do the jumping advancing slash. If this attack connects, the hunter will jump once more into the air, giving the chance for another attack as long as the hunter's stamina will allow. With red essence, pressing circle now does a strong jumping advancing slash that spins the glaive around. This will hit the monster a lot, but only the hit that launches the hunter back up will do melting damage. Both of these moves can also be done after jumping off a ledge and pressing their respective inputs. The pheromone shot is now changed to R2 plus L2. When sending out the Kinsect, it'll still go for extracts, but now the Kinsect will simply keep attacking the marked spot until its stamina runs out or the hunter recalls it. Pressing R2 during a combo will also do a blunt damage slap and will send out the Kinsect. Now when the Kinsect attacks a marked area, a little dust cloud will appear. When a hunter attacks the dust, it'll explode, doing a little bit of damage or effects depending on the Kinsect. There are 4 types of dust: poison, paralysis, blast, and heal. When sliding, pressing triangle twice will do the advancing slash. If you vault into the air and press X towards a wall, the hunter will latch onto the climbable surface. Putting back on the analog stick and attacking will do the spinning slash towards the ground. This can also be used to climb vines slowly. Pressing L2 and then R3 will bring out the claw shot. Latching onto a monster and pressing X will do a combo of slashes that will drop slinger ammo. Pressing triangle and circle will give an effect to the Kinsect. With red slinger ammo, the Kinsect will be powered up and sped up if it's attacking a marked area. Regular slinger ammo extends the duration of buffs from essences and increases the Kinsect's stamina. When the Kinsect is powered up, it's also able to collect 2 essences at once. Both of these power-ups will use up a single unit of ammo. When vaulting, pressing L2 will do a mid-air claw attack. Pressing R2 instead would do a powerful poke towards the ground. This will also send out the Kinsect and can lead into the basic land combos. This diving move is great for slower Kinsects that can deal a lot of damage. Kinsects in MhWorld and Iceborne have their own upgrade paths that go down 2 distinct evolution trees. The cutting tree begins with the Cauldron. This has 7 possible ending pathways. The blunt tree starts with the MhDrome and also has 7 possible ending points. All the stats lie within a range of 1 through 15 for high rank Kinsects, with master rank ones going all the way up to 20. Monster MhRise removes the grain extract, and combining both white and orange gives the hunter high-grade earplugs. The hunter can now latch onto many different surfaces now, unlike in MhWorld, where the hunter can only latch onto climbable surfaces, like vines. The aerial attacks were changed to work as a pseudo-charge mechanic. With each vaulting dance at the end of the aerial A input, the Kinsect goes up a level. This will increase the amount of damage of the next aerial attack up to 3 times. Trying to do it a 4th time will just land the hunter. Pressing ZL plus X will vault the hunter at an angle into the air. This is essentially a second vault that can be done in mid-air to extend the hunter's airtime. Advancing round slash changes the unsheath and leaping slash to a forward dash attack. If the hunter makes contact with a monster's attack during the dash, they will effectively counter the attack and jump into the air. A successful counter will put the aerial charge level at 2. Tetra Seal Slash replaces the double A finisher attack that is done if the hunter has red essence. It does more damage than the regular Tornado Slash because it has more hits, but the hunter is locked into place during the move. This attack incorporates the blunt side of the glaive and marks the area with pheromones. Pressing ZL plus A will send the hunter backwards, recalling the Kinsect. On the way back, the Kinsect will bring back healing essence, and its stamina gets recovered quickly. Switching that out for Diving Wyvern flings the hunter straight up into the air and sends them straight downwards. This move is strong, but can be made stronger with each vaulting dance while mid-air. As a whole, Sunbreak gave the Insect Glaive a general attack buff. When the hunter has orange extract, they are now impervious to damage while using Recall and Kinsect. Kinsect Recall and Kinsect Harvest Extract. Tetra CO Slash was made slightly faster, and the Recall Kinsect Wirebug move reduces stamina depletion for a while after using it. The amount of health recovered was also increased. Kinsect Slash replaces the regular A combos while mid-air. Instead of spinning the glaive around, the hunter does a quick dive bomb in the direction of the analog stick or the reticle. The first hit grabs red extract and launches the hunter back into the air. Like the regular jumping advance, the hunter can only do this for a total of 3 times. The third dive does a strong attack and lands the hunter. This spike can also be done by pressing X. Similar to the extract hunter art, the Kinsect is flung forward at high speed. This move consumes any extract the hunter has, and the more buffs this uses up, the stronger their attack is. After the fling, the hunter also jumps in to follow their Kinsect and receives any of the extract the Kinsect got and marks the target. This move ends with a vaulting dance or a Kinsect Slash. Pressing ZL plus X with Insect Glaive equipped will send out the Kinsect and have it be followed by a Wirebug. If a part of a monster is marked, the Kinsect will head towards that part and the extract absorbed during the jump. Kinsects in MhRise and Sunbreak cannot be upgraded. Instead, their level is dependent on the glaive they are attached to. Each Kinsect is noted with an attack type, Kinsect type, and a bonus. There are 4 types of Kinsects: Normal, Powder, Assist, and Speed. Powder types are similar to Kinsects in MhWorld, as they will continue hitting the monster after being sent out, leaving dust that will explode when hit. The dust types are even the same as MhWorld. Assist type Kinsects are automatically sent out at the end of stronger combos, so moves like Tornado Slash, Tetra Seal Slash, and the Diving Wyvern. Speed type Kinsects automatically charge up while resting on your arm. When they are fully charged, they will glow blue, and when sent out, deal a lot of damage on their first hit. Kinsects with the heal bonus tend to have low stats, but when recalled, they heal the hunter by 30 HP. The dual color bonuses will always collect 2 extracts. Depending on the color type, one of the extracts is always guaranteed. Attack is red, speed is white, and defense is orange. If the Kinsect goes to a spot where the extract would have been duplicated, they will simply get 1 of their type and 1 white extract. This reduces the amount of stamina that powder type Kinsects use up when they are auto-attacking, extending their attack time for 15 to 20 seconds. This bonus has the Kinsect auto-attack a single spot up to 7 times. If using a blunt Kinsect, this is enough to knock out the training dummy. Triple up time extends the bonus from 90 seconds to 108 seconds. This reduces the amount of time needed to recharge a Kinsect's stamina from 4 seconds to 3. For speed Kinsects, this will increase the damage dealt when charged. If it is the Bull Shroud or the Grand Carther, they can do a 4-hit follow-up attack. Fast charge reduces the time for a charge attack from 5 seconds to 4. After doing a series of attacks with the Kinsect, a special powder appears. Walking through this powder gives the hunter triple up instantly. This dust can be used twice and can also extend triple up time. Attacking marked targets makes this dust appear faster. Powder Kinsects will leave a dust cloud after hitting a marked target. Leaving enough of them and pressing R2/R+X+A will then draw in all the powders towards the last marked area for a powerful explosion. With Kinsect Charge, the Kinsect will automatically charge up an attack even when not idle on the hunter's arm. With the Kinsect out, they can charge even faster. The Insect Glaive is a very powerful weapon. Its only drawback was the complicated method of upgrading the Kinsect and getting extracts and hunts. This was thankfully refined and made a lot simpler as the games went on, so in a couple of generations we went from nurturing and crafting our own perfect Kinsect to just buying what we wanted. While this gave up the personal attachment one may get from making their perfect buggy companion, this made the weapon much more accessible for everyone. At this point in the series, melting isn't as groundbreaking of a concept anymore, but it's good to see that this weapon has moved past that and became much more versatile in the air as well as the ground. This mixture of having a weapon interact with a living creature has always been fascinating to me, and this special relationship is hopefully something that will continue to grow as the games go on. Well, until the next episode.